Micros, rockinguitarlessons.com. 𝐂𝐄𝐒. I love 𝐂𝐄𝐒, the man. This is a request for a subscriber, but you know, you've requested a lot of times, but it was on my Facebook and I couldn't find you, brother. So you know who you are, and whoever else is here. You guys know what I think of 𝐂𝐄𝐒. I think he's phenomenal, and it's great to have Jake back. You know, thinking back in 82, 83, when I started playing guitar, Bark at the Moon was one of the first albums I ever got. You know, and I knew of Randy Rhoads and was listening to him. But really, when I was starting to get a little more serious, I guess you could say, about guitar, it was Bark at the Moon album for me. I remember asking for the album for Christmas and so excited. And I knew I got it because my mom didn't, you know, she wrapped it, but you know what an album, you know, it's like a big CD, real big. But I knew. I was so stoked and excited because I'd already heard Bark at the Moon. And of all the people to come in after the amazing Randy Rhoads, 𝐂𝐄𝐒, to me, did Randy Rhoads justice, but he also brought in innovation in his own style of playing, that choppiness. And I love 𝐂𝐄𝐒. I think he's phenomenal. I sure wish we could have had more material of Jake with Ozzy. You know, I don't think Ozzy knew how good he had it with 𝐂𝐄𝐒. Jake, love you, man. Big time. So on this, you want to tune drop C sharp. Yes, indeedy. I didn't know that back in the day. You know, songs like that and Unchained from Van Halen, I always just kept it in standard, you know. But yeah, that's why it sounds real bottom endy and fat. It's like drop D tuning, but a half step down. It's called drop C sharp. So here we go. Let's jump in. 2nd fret G, 3rd fret B. And you're going to strum everything. You don't hear the high E in it. That's kind of muted out with the 3rd finger. And then palm mute the open E, go down, 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 up. Then go 3, 5, 6, D, G, B. This is just a power chord with an octave in it. Alright, so. And then back to the open. Well, hold on, I didn't show you the next part. You'll just move that whole chord a half step flat. Remember, a half step is 1 fret. So from 3, 5, 6 to 2, 4, 5. Down, so. Down, 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 up, palm muted open E. Then up to 5, 7, 8 D, G, B. And back to the D chord, so you'll go. And that'll be open A, open D, 2 G, 3 B. So down, 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 up on the open E. Then you'll go. Love how Jake used his chords, man. You'll end up going, after you get through the, you're back to the 5, 7, 8, right? Then go 3, 5, 6, D, G, B. But this time bar with your index. And so it's 3, 5, 6, 3. Hit all 3. Palm mute the D string right where it sits on that 3rd fret, down, up. And then strum the chord again. And then do down, up, palm mute, and then the chord again. So, but this time you'll do the chord twice, and then take your pinky and move it back a half step to the 5B. So it's 3, 5, 5, 3. So, and then you're going to start it back over, but he leads in with a D chord. So technically it like ends on the D, and then you're kind of starting it over. So let's play it up to there. Actually, in the second time around too, I want to show you something. There's one thing that's a little different, but it's actually, instead of going the next time, or the next time will be, it has an extra down on the open E, but we'll get there in a second. Let's play what we just did. So I went through, I added that extra open, I played all the way through, and then instead of that, you're gonna go, oops, dang it. Those are the brilliant things I thought Jake did that was different than Randy, in my opinion. What you'll do is a double hammer. Hit the open D, hammer to 3, hammer to 5. And then do what I call a knuckle shift, which would be 5G, 2G, so, and then 2D, slide to 7, slide back to 2. That's just, man, it feels so right. Jake was just inspired. So, then, so let's play it up to there. Right? You'll go open, 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 2, 3, muted high E. So 3, 5, 6, D, G, B. This time don't bar with the index because Jake's playing off the open E there. And it's actually an overdub on the clean channel, but I think live he included that in there. So you'll go, strum the chord, and you'll go D, G, B, E, B, E, so, and then G. Then back to the D chord, and then into the C2, bar the 3rd fret, A through high E, go 5D, 5G, keep those knuckles at an upward angle, strum strings 5 through 1, and then go 1, 2, 3 on the string. So 1, 2, 3, then you're right back to this, to the D. So it's 2 times, right? Then this part. Now, you know, in the 80s, a lot of bands kind of really cranked the reverb. It was just kind of how producers, you know, did stuff. I know the bands had some influence, but it was kind of the style, the big reverb. And it's Jake's doing something here, and I can't quite hear it, but I'm throwing in a guesstimation. It's a Jake style riff. It's going to be like a... But we're going to get there in a second. The next time around I can hear it better, but there's like a lot of reverb, and it's just the riff kind of gets buried. I wish it would have been up louder. So anyways, before we get there, we got to go into this 1A, 3D, and catch the 3G too, make it a little fatter. And we're going to go, actually, yeah, hit those 3 strings, and then down, up, palm muted off the root, which is the 1st fret A. You're going to do that twice. So, and then hit the chord again. And then after the 3rd time on the chord, just go down, up on that A. That's kind of the beat, like dat, duk, duk, dat, duk, duk, dat, duk. The dukut is palm mute. The dat is the chord. And then you'll do it again, the chord, dugget, dugget, palm muted 1st fret A string, right? 2 times, so that'll sound like this. And then you're going to go up to 3, 5, 5, 5, A, D, G, B. It sounds like a full C chord, because it seems like I'm hearing this in it. So. Yeah. 3, 5, 5, 5. So that's the main hook of this part, and I got to show you the riff that I'm throwing in there. But two times, and then we're gonna do one time through now, not the whole thing. Dan, tuk it, dan, tuk it, dan, tuk it. And then instead of repeat it again there, we're gonna throw in this filler. Oops. And like I said, I have a good ear. I'm having trouble hearing it, and I looked for an isolated guitar track. Man, I wish we could get more tracks. I'm starting to find them on YouTube, but where you can type in and hear the actual studio recorded track with all the vocals gone, you know, or just the guitar, and those are killer because I can really zone in. There's nothing to cover it, you know. But on this little filler riff, the technique, definitely a 𝐂𝐄𝐒 style thing. It's just probably not exact what he was doing because I just couldn't hear it. Open 3/5 on the E. You're gonna double hammer. Throw a little pinch on some of those strings. Jake did a lot of that. You know who else did a lot of that is Akira Takasaki from Radness. Another bad guitar player, man. Good tone. Open 3/5. Do the same thing on the A, but do it twice, and then do the same thing on the D once. So it's alright, so if you guys don't know what reverb is, that echo is reverb. Just kind of makes things bigger, you know. And then do open 5/7 on the E, pick hammer hammer. Same thing on the A, same thing on the D, and then shift down and do a pinch harmonic on 7G and slide it. Oops. Back to that. Now, so we're repeating, but there's a different filler riff. Instead of going, instead of him going, there's this. And that's 7. You know who else who did stuff like that was Matthias Jobs from the Scorpions, man. Another one of my favorites. See, I can go on and on. 7/5 open on the G, pick, pull, pull, and then 7D, short rest. So a little pinch too. And then do the same concept, but now it's on the D and A. So pick 7 and then pull 5 to open, and then 7A. So you got two of the same concepts, all right? Subgroups, as I call them. You know, I used to take riffs like that and try them on all the strings, you know. Randy did it, and you anyways, so we're going. Now the second one, there's no rest after it, so it's a little trickier. There's some string skipping involved. You're gonna skip from 7A to 5G to 5D, and then slide it. And there's pinches all sporadically through this. Oops. At first I thought it was, but I can hear a slide, which tells me Jake had to be playing it there. Back to the verse. Killer riff. So that fills the place of the other one, okay? Which the other one had the, where I was throwing the, this. So, you'll go. alternate pick, palm mute, 3rd fret D, down up. Same thing on the G, same thing on the 5G, same thing on 3B, same thing on the 3G. So, or he was going, which Jake did a lot with the big stretches too. Same note though. Transition's easier into this though. 6B, pull off to 5, alternate pick 7, 5G. And then 6, 6, down, up, pull off to 5, and then 5G. So. And that's it, man. Then it goes into the wow, wow. But this has been requested a lot. Be patient, my fellow subs. Oops. Because Gene Simmons says so. Oh yeah! But I have 86,000 subscribers, man, and I have tons of requests. I can't like make your request just magically happen overnight. I just can't do it, man. There's no guarantee I'll have your request this year. So I randomly am at the point with the channel where I have to just pick a request, you know. If it's 𝐂𝐄𝐒, it's coming. I got some Badland stuff on here too. And if you're a younger sub that's on here and you want to become a better guitar player, you got to go listen to 𝐂𝐄𝐒, man. I'm serious. The OZZY years, Badlands, and now Red Dragon Cartel. He's back. So my email, Mike@rockinguitarlessons.com. My website is rockinguitarlessons.com. Be sure to check that out. I do teach privately on Skype, guitar and bass. My wife teaches vocals. On my website, you'll see a tutorial from her as well as me. Goes into further detail. The price breakdown is on my website. It's a killer way. We can set it up on a time and a day that works conveniently for you as well as me. It's how I teach around the world now. And I had to quit all 3 of the music stores I was teaching at. I'm just busy. And I love it. And we can set, like I said, a time that works good for you. Also, check out my CVT lessons, custom video tablature lessons. If you're extremely busy and can't do the sit-down time with me on Skype, have no fear, because you can pick what you want me to do. I'll handwrite the tabs, timestamp, subgroup everything, shoot a video, send the tabs to your email, put the video on the channel. You got them, the audio and the visual, and they are extremely thoroughly explained. And there's a tutorial on my channel. Fill out the contact information while you're there. Why am I pointing over there? My website's not over there, it's over here. But yeah, if you don't mind, that'll put you on our newsletter. And of course, if you want to become a member at rockinguitarlessons.com, awesome. I appreciate the support. If you can't, then I hate you. I hate you. No, just kidding. That's what this channel's for, man. I love you guys. So until next time, I'm Mike Gross. 𝐂𝐄𝐒 is one of my favorites, in case you was wondering. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.